Hello, friends. Welcome to Season 2 of the Dr. B Show, sponsored by 111 Spa and Aesthetics, Get More Clicks Media, and Bora Consulting Group's Transforming Your Way to Success online course. Hello, friends, and welcome to another edition of the Dr. B Show. In the season finale, we talked to my awesome friend, Sandra Noemi Torres, who is a coach and marketing strategist with Plan Your Own Company. She is also the founder and president of United Latinas, Inc. We discussed a little bit of everything. I know Sandra for a long time, great person, and you will see why in the season finale of Season 2 of the Dr. B Show. Enjoy.
Hi, Dr. B here. Are you struggling to get rid of stubborn fat but don't want to have plastic surgery? 111 Spa and Aesthetics non-invasive slimming massage can help you get the body you always wanted. 111 Spa and Aesthetics can also help you when it comes to cellulite treatments and body contouring massage. 111 Spa and Aesthetics offers a full range of skincare services, including facials, acne, scar treatments, skin tightening, microdermabrasion, and more. 111 Spa and Aesthetics are trained professionals with extensive skincare experience and utilize only the best equipment possible. For more information, please visit their website at www.111aesthetics.com. That's 1-O-N-E-11 Leven spaaesthetics.com, located at 10 East Moonachie Road in Hackensack, New Jersey, 07601. And to make an appointment, don't miss out, 201-520-1777, 201-520-1777, 111 Spa and Aesthetics.
All right, guys. Hi, this is Dr. B. Welcome to Season 2 of the Dr. B Show. I am your host, Dr. B. I'm here with my great friend, Sandra Noemi Torres. How are you?
I am doing good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Do you miss this cold weather up here?
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes, yeah. I hear you. Let's get right to it. So tell everyone about yourself. For those, I know you, but for those who listening for the first time don't know you, tell them who you are.
Yay, thank you. Yes, my name is Sandra Noemi Torres. I grew up in Jersey. I'm now in Florida. Soy Boricua. And I'm a marketing strategist. I've been in business operations and marketing for the last 20 plus years. I love working with organizations and companies. I also host a podcast called Café con Leadership. I'm also the founder and president of an organization called United Latinas, where created that really to gather and galvanize Latina women and teach them skills that are going to elevate them in their business endeavors. And I'm here in Florida. I'm the mom of a 24-year-old and just loving life and taking it day by day, especially with this pandemic,
Yes, you got to be safe. So tell me about the Café con Leadership. How did that start? Tell me a little bit about the genesis of that and how did that start and what's the purpose of it?
Yeah. So over the past 20 years, but I would say since I even started United Latinas, my heart has always been to really bring the voices of Latino leadership to the underserved community. I know when I was in my early 20s, being in a corporate environment, the first thing I did was, who can I reach out to as a mentor? Who can guide me? Who can show me that there is a path for someone like me, a Latina woman that has fire and passion and wants to do big things. And I wanted to see somebody that carved a path before me that could help lend a hand. And I didn't find a lot of that. I didn't find any of that. It was really just, I had to be a self-seeker and kind of, be a self-learner and just look things up myself and learn myself. So Café con Leadership really evolved because I wanted to bring those voices to the market, and really pick voices that I knew would be influential in telling stories that are impactful and can resonate with an audience and can motivate an audience to feel, hey, that was me too, or that something like that happened to me as well. And there is hope. There is room for you, and there is a purpose for you. And just to instill motivation and galvanize people to say, I have it within me as well. This is not a one person reaches the top. It's how do all of us get there? So I just want to have these conversations. And I wanted to have it where the conversations were about the issues that are going on now and the obstacles that people face and the cultural baggage. What is preventing us from really going like a freight train and going forward? What is stopping us? And there's a lot of cultural baggage. There's a lot of mindset shifting that needs to happen. And there's a lot of business education that lacks. So there's a lot of these things. And I just wanted to start bringing those conversations to the table, because I think the more that they're had, even systemic racism, even diversity and inclusion, like even those conversations, our voting power, our ability, these conversations aren't had so readily. So people feel isolated when they're thinking them. But if we put them on a table and we start having them out loud, we can contribute to that conversation and grow from there. And that was really my mission and purpose with that.
I love it. I love it. I love that. I love the answer. I appreciate it. So you touched on a great point that I was thinking about for another interview. I'm going to bring it to this forefront. So as far as the whole issue with diversity and equity and inclusion, so when did that conversation, is it start? Is it, from, should it be spearheaded by like the BRGs, ERGs? Is it from upper management down, centralized, is it decentralized, is it all around? Like, what is your opinion on that as far as for diversity, equity, and inclusion?
Mm-hmm. I think it's all around. It has to be. It has to be from the upper level, but it also has to be from our level. We have to voice that. If we are not feeling included or that our environment is not diverse, we're going to walk anyway. That individual is going to walk. So organizations have to understand that they have to include this diverse opinion. Plus, it only makes sense for the organization. Organizations cannot thrive really successfully without understanding that you're no longer, you're not marketing to one person. We are such a, just a myriad, a rainbow of people. So you have to have those opinions on the C-level suite, as well as, on the just within your whole office and infrastructure altogether. And people are not feeling wholly inclusive. So, and I think there's just conversations that need to be had. Organizations sometimes think that they can get away with, okay, Les, I have a couple, we're a little diverse. I'm covering my angles.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're not including, everyone. So, but it's also up to you to make sure that you are voicing your opinion, make sure that you are advocating, self-advocating and group advocating. So I think it's all around. We have to get everyone involved in that.
Love it. Love the answer. I appreciate it. Thank you. That wasn't a surprise, but I love it. You handled it very well. I appreciate it. So tell me about your company. Let's shift gears a little bit. Tell me about you're a company Plan from Company, correct? Tell us about your organization.
Yeah, so we are a marketing agency. I started my first ad agency about 13 years ago, and I was doing consulting then. Then eventually went back to corporate America, and then about 5 years ago, I started it again. Just doing more consulting and entrepreneurial work. And we handle all aspects of marketing programs. We do email campaigns, we do graphics, we do copy, we do websites, we do SEO, digital marketing. I also, because of those things, I also do a lot of speaking engagements because of that. I teach a lot of classes on digital marketing, on LinkedIn, on content creation, on different things that really help an entrepreneur get the tools to go ahead and create that stuff themselves, or decide if they're looking to hire somebody else to take care of that, but to at least have those access and that, those things that they need to do. So yeah, we work with entrepreneurs, small business owners, and get them ready and spearheaded to go out there and brand themselves and create something that is meaningful, create a message that resonates with their target audience, and something that they feel proud of, and helps them grow, and helps put themselves out there, overcome those fears of, especially when it comes to digital marketing, right? People are hesitant to put content out there. It's not good enough yet. So I kind of like, we're going to do this. I work alongside someone, especially when people are so afraid of that. So I do a lot of that work too.
I appreciate it. So I'm going to follow up question. So why do entrepreneurs struggle with digital marketing? Is it lack of knowledge? Is it lack of providing content? Why do you think a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with digital marketing?
I think it's so broad, and everyone has they're at a different place when it comes to where they are in their business, but it's so broad. It's where do I go? What platform do I use? How do I put content out there? And there are so many nuances to putting out the content on there that are often overlooked. So there's just all these little nuances, and things take time, right? Especially when we're creating a lot of video content out there, and video content's what you need to be creating. And it's also, how do you name the file? It's like you create a video, and it's like, you want to just put it out there and let it just, that's it. I'm going to put it out there and they're going to come, Right. But there are these little things, and there was so much competition. There's, how the algorithms work and all of that stuff. There's so many little things that come into play that you can struggle if you don't know exactly what you're doing. You're creating something and just putting it out there and slapping it up against the wall, hoping that it's going to drive traffic. But there's so many elements that come into place. Like I mentioned, the copy, the graphics, how you name your file, the time of day you post your videos, all of that happens, and everybody's at a different stage, but it's doable,
I agree 100%. No, so as an entrepreneur, is there one stat that one should worry about more about the other? Like I teach digital marketing, ironically, right? And I talk about CPC and the conversion rates. Like, is there, as an entrepreneur, what should be the most important stat that I should worry about, or we should worry about?
Yep. It really depends what your call to action is and what you're looking to drive, right? So if you're creating a call to action that says, hey, I'm looking for you to subscribe, or I'm looking for you to buy this thing. If the stat is, 500 people looked at this piece, and a lot of those stats are readily available, and only one person clicked, well, let me try something new, so you have to start kind of experimenting with that piece. Maybe the headline needs to change. Maybe the thumbnail needs to change. Maybe something needs to change. But as far as stats, I look at every stat. I'm a numbers person. I look at every stat, but I value the how it's doing, so that helps me to gauge how I'm going to create my next piece and how I'm going to word my next piece. And it really is, you really want to know how many people hit my site or looked at my piece, and how many people clicked on it, or how many people bought something from it. Those are really at the end of the day, in layman's terms, what you need to look at. What am I converting? Are people actually liking the content? Are people reading the content? Are they reading? Are they skipping through? Or are they, reading just headlines? Or is it really resonating? And what is my goal? Do I want people to resonate with that content? Maybe I need to rewrite it this way. Or you really comes down to, what are the goals of your piece of content? And how are people reacting to that goal? Are they responding to that goal?
So thank you. Great answer. So just to confirm, so it all depends on the call to action, right? So if you're trying to sell, like, for example, apart from what I do here, like I'm trying to sell a course. So the call to action could be to purchase a course or purchase a book. But if it's something lead gen, if the goal is lead gen or set up appointments, it's a different game plan, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Do you want to promote your product or services to your target audience but don't know how? Do you struggle with social media marketing and management? Do you have challenges with lead generation for your business online? Well, look no further. Get More Clicks Media helps with SMS, MMS, and email marketing. Also, social media marketing and management, video marketing, lead generation, brand recognition, SEO, e-commerce, and website development. For more information, please visit getmoreclicksmedia.com. That's getmoreclicksmedia.com.
So when it comes to lead gen and you're looking for people to just enter information in, lots of people are going to enter information in. So a percentage of those people are actually serious people interested in actually doing business with you. But the majority are just people who want to get that information. And when it comes to a call to action, I want them to buy my course, then it's a little bit more nuanced. You have to put a little bit more to it, into the copy and into your messaging and into what that program is in order for them to click on it and find like, that's exactly what the problem that I'm looking for. And it really boils down to that, right? Like you want to deliver the solution to the problem that you think most people have or people in your market have. Like go right to it. Most people approach things like, okay, this is what I'm selling, but they don't realize it's almost like, well, this is the solution that I'm solving for these people. And if you fit in there, let's connect because I'm confident that I'm the one that can deliver that solution because that's what I do, and I think people need to own that, right? Some people just like try to get away with like, here's an ad and all right, I put it up and, cross fingers.
Results, right? Exactly. See if it sticks, right?
Yeah.
No, I love it. So what advice would you give? Like, let's say you're an entrepreneur. I have a brick and mortar. I want to expand, or I have an e-commerce. I want to expand my digital footprint. What should be their first steps or first few steps?
For if you're an e-commerce store, there's a lot of different things that I would say. First, have the foundation set, especially within your store. SEO, have all your descriptions, have the site really strong on the back end. Make sure that you have a Google My Biz set up. Things like that should be set up. And then when it comes to expanding your platform, you can do advertising, you can be on different platforms. If it's a startup entrepreneur, because there are people, Sandra, I don't have money for ads. I don't have money to do all that stuff. Well, you are the ad now. You have to be the advocate. You have to create content that showcases what is on that retail store, and why would somebody buy it, But there are a myriad of channels that you can share who you are, what you are without selling it, in a salesy way, but you can showcase what you do. And sometimes they're outside the typical platforms of Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram kind of thing. There's so many other places that you can be a resource for people that will lead back and lend back to your website.
Love it. I love it. You gave me some great gems today, by the way.
Thank you.
So far. I appreciate it. Hey, so I want to shift gears because I want to, it's very rare that I get to sit down with you one-on-one, right? So I'm just like come at you at all angles, right? So the Hispanic for Business Leaders, I know you're on the steering committee, you kind of co-founded that. So what was the goal of that? Is it to help out individuals in the South Florida area? Is it like, I was part of it a couple of months back. I was, here from Jersey, be able to, give back my expertise in networking. So what was the overall genesis of that and how did that start and what's the goal of that?
Yeah. So one of my members in United Latinas, because I'm always talking about we need to collaborate. I'm always looking for groups to collaborate. And she's like, Sandra, I have someone that we started something about a year ago. It's like laying dormant. But, we want to put this event together. And the idea is to bring organizations together. And that was just like, yes, anybody that's looking to collaborate and create bigger and better things for the community, like resonates. We are physically located in South Florida. And our event was called the State of Hispanics in South Florida. But we went back and forth on that because it's really the state of Hispanics nationwide, and overall. And the speakers that we had were from all over, and it really was the idea of bringing disparate organizations. I have United Latinas. There was a Mujeres Emprendedores. There are different organizations that already cater to that audience, that already run events for their own groups. And the idea was, let's come together and put on a bigger event together. And that was music to my ears. So I'm because I believe in the mission of teaching that we can work together, not just talking about it, but showing it in my action, that I could take an organization and say it can be part of something else, because I believe in the bigger mission. And I believe in teaching this idea that we shouldn't be working in our own silos. We should find organizations to collaborate with and partner with, because we can make a bigger impact, that we're looking for. So it's a collaborative group, a collaborative network, and we're putting on more events.
I love it. I love it. So just for those who weren't on it, because I was on it. So basically, every week during Hispanic Heritage Month, you had different themes, right? Different tracks. So one week was business, one week was financial. Can you kind of elaborate on that a little bit? Expand on that.
Yeah. So we took the whole month. We wanted to not just do one event. We wanted to kind of do events throughout the whole month of Hispanic Heritage Month. So we started September 15th. We did an inaugural event that really kicked off and really set the foundation of showcasing to people our power, our Latinidad, our voting power, our buying power. So we had speakers come in that talked about those subjects, especially since this was an election year. You know, we talked a little bit about the stats. That's so critical. The Latinos show up in polls is typically not as great as we are in power. So it was important for us to emphasize that you guys, we all need to know what our numbers are. We all need to know our power up, because for far too long, we've looked at ourselves as a minority. You know, even that term minority has been shunned a little bit. We are less than. It's a psychological thing. You know, we're less than. So I wanted to really showcase our power, and not only that, we wanted to empower the Latinos that were there with business education tools, with networking tools. How do we engage others? How do we learn how we can work with the government? You know, how and what questions do we have there? With education, what are resources that we can tap into as entrepreneurs? What are personal development things? You know, how can we start to heal ourselves, or what are tools that we have at our disposal? So we did a personal development track, and then a financial literacy track where gained some really great, valuable information on how do we do things for our business as well as our own personal finances, and how does that work together? So we wanted to offer the community just a broad idea of different avenues that are all critical components to having and living a healthy, vibrant, strong life.
Love it. Love it. So 2021. So let's say pandemic or not, are you still going to do it virtual, or are you going to do it on site, or what's the future of that?
I don't know. I know in March, we would probably do our virtual one for next September 15th. I'm thinking it may be. I don't know, considering we're going into this
second wave, right?
Yeah. So it's really hard to tell. I don't think people would feel as comfortable. I don't think we'll probably get out of this for a couple months. So I don't know. So it'd probably be virtual. We are crossing our fingers that we could do it in person. That would be great.
Yeah.
But I think virtual is good. I think virtual.
I like it. You get a broader reach, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So you had on your Café con Leadership, right? Café con Leadership is called, right?
Yeah.
I didn't butcher the name, so So you had Frank Carvajal, right? He was on my season 1 as well. So, and he emphasizes, Latino 365, right? What that means is, instead of just highlighting folks September 15th to October 15th for Hispanic Heritage Month, to expand that process 365. Do you agree? Or what do you think we should do to kind of like have our corporations or companies involved in that, and not just wait for September 15th, and not just wait till, Taco Tuesday during Hispanic Heritage Month, right? So how do you think we could educate the masses when it comes to Latinos, and whether it's in leadership, whether it's or their impact to society? I know it's a big question, but hopefully you understood it.
Yeah. I think what Frank's doing is absolutely excellent. I think that we don't see that enough of highlighting, and it really takes one person to start that trickle effect. But I think highlighting the success of Latinos on a day-to-day basis throughout the year versus 1 month is important for us to do, in however way we could all do it in our own way. I don't know within organizations, I'd have to think about how they can do it without seeming any weird way,
Exactly, right.
Yeah, because
they'd be too biased, right? They didn't want to go down that road, right?
Yeah, hey, what about us? Well, you guys are on it all the time.
I get it.
Yeah. But I think that what Frank is doing is how to start. It's in showcasing that we are more than we have more than just 1 month's worth
Exactly.
of people. Mm-hmm.
Great answer. So we're winding down. Wow, almost half an hour already. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. So where could people find you? Where can they contact you?
Yes. You could either shoot me a text. I think text messaging is great. 954-676-4046 is my text. So you can, I can actually send you events and event updates. If you text me through that, you can find me on LinkedIn, linkedin.com/in Sandra Torres, just my full name. If you Google me, Sandra Noemi Torres, you'll find something of me on there because it's SEO'd.
Exactly. SEO. We got to talk about the SEO, right?
Yes. Or you could shoot me an email, Sandra@planyourcompany.com. Very easy to get to.
Love it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to throw it out there and I'll edit it or not edit it. Is there an offer? Is there like a free consultation? Is there a PDF? Is there an offer? I'm trying to help you with your business. So
Yeah. I could absolutely do, a consultation. If somebody reaches out to me, I can do a half-hour consultation, and we can kind of go from there if much more is needed. But yeah, I'll offer that. And you could, if you shoot me a text and put our consultation on there, absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate it. See, I'm trying to hook you up. Trying to hook you up. Hey, Sandra, it's been a pleasure having you on. So this was great. We went from conversation regarding, Hispanic Heritage Month to digital marketing to DEI. So I appreciate the conversation. So thank you so much for coming on.
Has the pandemic changed the way you prospect today? Do you struggle prospecting for new leads for your business? Do you have challenges and don't have a process when networking at an event, either virtually or online? Well, look no further. Borja Consulting Group's Transforming Your Way to Success online course is a solution. In this 8-week intensive course, you will go from networking novice to networking guru. As a bonus, 2 coaching sessions with Dr. Jairo Borja himself are now included in the course. Don't miss this amazing opportunity to transform your pipeline, increase quality leads, close more deals, and transform your way to success. For more information, please visit our website, www.borjaconsultinggroup.com. That's www.borjaconsultinggroup.com. Hello, friends. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Dr. B Show, sponsored by 111 Spa and Aesthetics, Get More Clicks Media, and Borja Consulting Group's Transforming Your Way to Success online course. Remember to transform your pipeline, increase quality leads, and go from networking novice to networking guru with Borja Consulting Group's Transforming Your Way to Success online course. Please visit our website at www.borjaconsultinggroup.com. Take care.